Hello and welcome to the new video. Today we're going to take a look at the Retro Cup, which is going to be available in a few hours from now when I release this video. We're going to take a look at the best teams that we have from here. Let's take a look a little bit at the meta, which is like going to be available and whatever. And especially we're going to take a look at a lot of Pokemon that are very meta breaking and like kind of more unique. So like I found some very cool Pokemon which are really good against the core meta. There's new core meta compared to the last time this cup was around. We're going to talk a little bit about this during the teams, and let's go right on the first team. And of course, why the meta is so different is we have still, I don't actually know if we had XL King last time, but we have of course the XL Lickitung as the best Pokemon in this current meta. Like if you have it, like you should definitely try to play it. It's very good. It's definitely the best. There's next to no answer for this thing. And we also have the Trevenant and the NiRiain. Both of them are new additions to the meta, which definitely weren't the case last time this cup was around. So you have to be prepared for this. And we have you have a lot of teams that have a lot of different kind of combinations that you can play. Here, for example, we have two anti-fighting type Pokemon in the lead with the Trevenant or the Altaria, like the cheaper version basically of this thing. We have, as a say swap here, the Lickitung and also the Greedent. Greedent is a Pokemon that you should not underestimate in this cup. This thing gonna be amazing. Gonna be a very good addition to, like, you can either play it together with the Lickitung or you can play it instead of the Lickitung. Greedent gonna win against the Lickitung, I'm pretty sure, because you generate energy faster while your quick move is not double resisted like the lick damage from the Lickitung, and you still have a lot of bulk. So Greedent gonna be one of the best Pokemon that you can run here. Also going to be able to hit the NiRiain super effective with a quick move while still having the body slam, and also going to be able to resist the Shadow Claw damage from the Trevenant while having the crunch. So this thing gonna be amazing, definitely a Pokemon you should take a look at. And in the back we have the NiRiain, just to have like the meta core of the Lickitung, the NiRiain and the Trevenant, and also the Regirock. Regirock gonna be also one of the coolest Pokemon, definitely gonna showcase this thing. And yeah, like this is one of those standard meta teams, two fighting answers in the lead, like possible fighting answers in the lead, of course, then only one in the team at the end, and two Pokemon in the back that are weak to fighting, while we have the say swap that should be actually still able to get a shield. So a very simple team. Next up, we're gonna have a double water ice team. I kind of wanted to use this because I saw like Warring was pretty highly ranked, and also Dugong was pretty highly ranked, and of course Lapras also can do a lot of stuff here. Those two in the back need some support against some fighting types, so we have two Pokemon in the back, like in the lead there, that potentially can beat the fighting types. The Noctowl is the cheap version, the Medicham is the more expensive version. Of course, most of the time the more expensive version is the better version, same here. And yeah, a very simple team, like especially with Medicham, you kind of want to protect it from like other flying types. You have two answers for that in the back. While like the Pokemon in the back don't really want to face any fighting types, and you have like with Medicham an answer for this in the back. Like yeah, it's just a pretty simple ABB line again. There can be most likely other leads, but those were like the two best that I could have thought of. The next team gonna be Frostless in the lead, and we have two normal types in the back. If you want to, you can also run the Lantern in the back. I'm actually kind of surprised that Frostless is so highly ranked in the meta right now. I guess like it has a lot of play against everything else, but like the main meta is like Trevenant. I mean, you're kind of neutral against this, but also like Warring, which is not the best, and also the Lickitung, which is not the best, but I think this team still looks pretty decent on paper at least, and should be pretty usable. There's also different Pokemon that you can use against, like instead of the Greedent, but we're gonna take a look at this Pokemon a little bit later. And next up, we're gonna have a team that's a little bit more like a meme here, I guess. We have the Medicham in the lead, we have the two Regis in the back there with the Regis and the Regirock. There's no Registeel in this cup because steel types are banned, so we have to use the other Regis. Of course, those are difficult to get. I hope we're gonna get some more opportunities to get them back again. I would guess at least like during the Hoenn tour, basically, like we got the other legendaries from the Johto tour for like 1500 CP format. But if you still have the Regis and the Regirock below CP, or you traded them below CP from other people who played the game like 3-4 years ago, then this team gonna be a little bit, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm most likely gonna try and showcase this as well. You can run the Thunder on the Regis, which is also suggested here, but also Earthquake is okay, it's not really necessary. And just run the normal moveset on the Regirock as the, I think it got Earthquake. It doesn't really worth it. It's not worth it at all. Like it's definitely not worth it. Next up, we're gonna have a Pokemon which I basically wanted to say prior already. This is also an option instead of the Greedent or the Lickitung. The Castform here, the normal version, having access to the Weather Ball Rock and the Weather Ball Normal, going to be able to have like a good stab move and a very good coverage move, which gonna be able to hit all the Pokemon that are basically meta here. Against Lickitung, you're gonna resist the quick moves, while they're also gonna resist your quick moves, but you do more damage basically with your body slam because you get there faster. And against, for example, the Trevenant, you resist their moves while you have super effective quick move plus the Weather Ball Rock, which is still neutral. Against the Moraine, you have Weather Ball Rock, which is super effective. Against the Frostless, you have a really good matchup, so this thing gonna be amazing. It's very bulky as well if you have it as an XL version, which is easy to get actually. And we also have the Zangoose here as a possible option, which is like the squishy version of those normal types with ghost types quick moves basically here, which you can also use, also have coverage against basically the entire meta on top there. Like those are those core breakers that you kind of want to use in this cup, and this is why I think the cup is actually pretty cool. Of course, we have Medicham and Elite, which is kind of lame, but like you have so much potential with like some lower ranked Pokemon in this meta, because you don't have like always those steel types, those fairy types, those super lame Pokemon. You have a like based meta, which a lot of people are gonna run, but you can also counter it still, which is gonna be a lot of fun to do actually, I think. The second to last team, we're gonna have a team around Oranguru, which I'm definitely gonna showcase as well. And we have two Psychic types in the back there, which you can use. Of course, it's like a ABB style again. And the thing about Oranguru and why I'm really excited for this Pokemon now is that this Pokemon basically loses against every Steel and Dark type Pokemon. Look at the meta, look at the cup, both of them are banned. So this thing has a next to no Pokemon that really can beat it. It's very neutral. There is nothing that really wants to come up against. All the Psychic types have to fear the foul play. There is no Steel or or Dark type that can really handle those charge moves and quick moves either. So this thing is very free, and I would recommend you to run it maybe even as a safe swap because it's so free. It has even play against Trevenant, against the Lickitung, against all those ghost types and whatever, thanks to the foul play. This thing gonna be very cool to use. We have an Elite Machamp or the Regirock. I think Machamp might be even a little bit better because you get the Pokemon out more that you want to get out with the Lickitung against your Oranguru. And then you have still your Hypno or your Cresselia in the back, and I think this should be a solid team. I'm really hyped for this Pokemon. Gonna drop on a Wednesday, like tomorrow. I don't know yet if it's in raids. I'm not gonna showcase this in the night if it's in raids. I'm definitely gonna try to get a good PvP one before and try to get the candies out in the wild, because I'm actually a little bit out of rare candies right now. And into the final team, we're gonna have a double fighting team in the back basically. You can run any of those fighters in the back. What I would recommend you though is running the Primeape as a safe swap if you can. The other fighters are also all totally fine, but this is gonna be a very heavy meta around the ice types and normal types, and there are, at least on PvPoke, not a lot of fighting types are highly ranked, but there should be, especially the Primeape. Primeape having access to counter, Night Slash and Ice Punch. Basically, I think only cannot hit with any of those three like moves in general. With counter of course as well, can only, I think, only not hit 3 Pokemon out of the top 40 on PvPoke is super effective. Like either counter, Ice Punch or Night Slash is super effective against nearly everything of the main meta. So this thing as a safe swap beats nearly the entirety of the meta in the 2-shield scenario, just thanks to the crazy coverage this thing has, counter being broken, and this thing has a crazy high damage output. So this thing gonna be very cool. It's a sleeper pick. I don't think anybody really gonna expect Primeape to be that good, but I can tell you it's most likely gonna be good. You have other than this, of course, the Hitmontop, which can do Hitmonchan there. You can also use Hitmontop like any fighter basically, which you really prefer. Like you can use Machamp, you can use Medicham. It's basically just ABB style. Again, you have an elite normal type user that's gonna be able to beat the Psychic types, for example. I think Lickitung gonna be the best version for this here. You can also use Castform instead of the Greedent. Like it's up to you, like what you have. Lickitung gonna be the best. I think actually Castform gonna be a little bit better than Greedent, just because you're a little bit better off against the like I think the psychic types because of the quick move, but I mean you also don't have crunch there, so it's I guess like it's kind of simple. Like you can use whatever you want there from those Pokemon that basically the same in the lead and 2 fighters in the back. I would really recommend you taking a look at a Primap if you haven't. And that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks all for watching. See you in the next video. I'm gonna make a video most likely in the evening still for this cup, and then tomorrow for the Oranguru. So if you haven't subscribed already, I would appreciate if you would do that. And I see you then, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.